everybody, today I'm going to be showing you how to make this very pretty textured cup cozy. As you can see, the texture on it is perfect for both males and females. You can literally gift this to everyone. I know my daughter particularly likes them for crushed ice drinks. There's a slight modified granny stitch in this one. Modified because I didn't want huge gaping holes, because with it being a cup cozy, you don't want your fingers falling through the gaps and getting scalded by your hot coffee. So as you can see, this cup cozy will fit a 20-ounce Starbucks cup, which is what this one is. And let's get going. So to start our washcloth, we're going to start with the trusty old slip knot, and we're going to chain 32. So there's my chain. So we're going to start third chain from the hook, sorry. So we'll ignore the first chain, we'll ignore the second chain, and we'll be working a half double crochet into that third chain. So we'll yarn over, insert our hook into that third chain, yarn over, pull through, so we've got 3 loops on our hook, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. So that's our first stitch completed, and we'll do that in every chain all the way across, and we'll have a total of 30 half double crochets. There we go. And then for point of reference, I'll just grab, I've got a gauge ruler here, and we'll just work out how long this is. 4, 5, 6. So mine is about 7 inches unstretched in length, which will be fine to go around the bottom of the coffee cup. So then what we're going to do is we're just going to slip stitch to that first stitch. Now don't worry too much that this bit here hasn't joined. When we weave in our ends, we'll just use it to sew that bit together. So for round 2, we need to chain 1, and in this round we're going to work the camel stitch. Now the camel stitch is just another name for half double crochet in the 3rd loop. So if you look at your work, you've got a front loop and a back loop, and then if you turn it just ever so slightly towards you, there is your 3rd loop. You can see it along the back ridge there. So we're literally just going to work a half double crochet into those 3rd loops. So we'll yarn over, we'll look for that first 3rd loop, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through too, and we'll do that in every stitch around. Now what that does, as you can see there now, is it creates this lovely ridge where it's pushed both the front loop and the back loop right far forward to create this fabulous texture. So we'll do that all the way around, and I'll meet you at the end of the row. And once we get to the end of the row, we're just going to slip stitch to that first stitch just to close it off. Round 3, we're going to chain 2, which counts as a half double crochet, so this chain 2 counts, and then we'll work 2 half double crochets in that very same stitch. And then we're going to skip the next 2 stitches, and we're going to work 3 half double crochets in that third stitch. So we'll skip this one and this one and work 3 half double crochets in that next stitch. Oops. And we're going to follow that process all of the way around. So we'll skip the next 2 stitches, and in that third stitch we're going to work 3 half double crochets. And then we'll skip the next 2 stitches and work 3 half double crochets in the next stitch. And skip the next 2 and 3 half double crochets in the next stitch. So by the time we get to the end of the round, we'll have 10 sets of 3 half double crochet. Oops. And 20 skipped stitches. And then I'm on to my last set of half double crochets, so I'm going to skip those 2 and work 3 half double crochets in the next stitch, and then we'll skip the next 2 stitches and we'll slip stitch to the top of that first chain 2 to join. So we've got 10 lots of 3 half double crochets. So for round 4, we're going to chain 2 and turn. That chain 2 will count as a half double crochet, and we're going to work 2 half double crochets into that gap between the 3 half double crochets. Can you see? So we're working into these gaps. We are not working into the tops of the half double crochets in this round. So then we'll skip the 3 half double crochets and we'll work 3 half double crochets in the next gap. And then 3 half double crochets in the next gap. And we do that all the way around, so again we will have 10 sets of 3 half double crochets. And this is my last set of 3 half double crochets, and then I'm going to skip those 3 from the previous round, and I'm literally just going to do a slip stitch into the top of that chain 2 that started the round. And then for round 4, and we'll repeat this round until we've got 11 rounds, we're going to chain 2, we're going to turn, and in this gap between these 2 sets of 3 half double crochets, we're going to work 2 more half double crochets. And then we'll skip these 3 half double crochets and we'll work 3 half double crochets in the next gap. And 3 half double crochets in the next gap. and we'll follow that process all the way around, and then we'll slip stitch to join. So we've got 3 rounds here of modified granny stitch. As you can see from my finished one, we need 9 rounds, so we have to do another 6 repeats of that previous round. So just as a reminder to start with, we're going to chain 2, turn, and then half double crochet twice into that gap directly below, and then we'll work 3 half double crochets in every gap around, and we'll slip stitch to join. So I'll meet you back here when you've done another 6 rows. Okay, so I've finished up to round 11, which means I have 9 rounds of this modified granny stitch. Now for round 12, we need to make sure that we're right side facing. So the way to tell this is to make sure that our camel stitch from round 2 is visible and facing us. You'll see from the other side you do not get that texture, so we need to be able to see this while we're working. There's no need to turn for this round if you did 9 rounds of modified granny stitch. So we're going to chain 1, and we're going to work a half double crochet in the top of each half double crochet round. So we're not working into the gaps this time, we're working directly into the stitches themselves. So there's 3. So by the time we get all the way around, we'll have 30 half double crochet stitches. And the final stitch of that round, and then we will slip stitch to the top of the first stitch, and then we're going to chain 1, and for the final round we're going to be working camel stitch again, so half double crochet into the 3rd loop. So we have our front loop, our back loop, and our 3rd loop. So we'll do that in each stitch around, so we'll still have 30 stitches at the end of this round. slip stitch to join and cut our yarn. And fasten off. And that is our cup cozy. So the only things left to do are to weave in the two ends. I do hope you've enjoyed this tutorial today. If you have, please feel free to click the little bell icon and be notified of any updates I may make to the channel and any new videos that are added. In the meantime, I do hope you enjoy your cup cozy. Take care. Bye.